All right, y'all. So here, I know there are a lot of people with questions over like all the matrices and like adding, subtracting, multiplying, multiplying by scalars, all that kind of stuff. So basically, with this video, and it might be an extra video as well, I'm going to kind of go over basically all of the matrix notes that we have done in class. So you guys may have seen this, already seen this and know how to do all this. That's great. And there might be some of you that have missed some of these notes, so this will be good for those people there. All right, there we go. All right, so basically, again, this is just kind of your vocabulary. If you need to pause the video to write any of this down, I mean, again, not really big on words, so to speak, but essentially, matrix is a rectangular array of numbers written together with brackets. So basically, that's why I wrote those brackets. Dimensions, this is probably the big one that I'll, hold on, there we go. This is kind of the big one that I'll put here. Dimensions, it's the number of rows first, and columns second. So again, I'm going to write, and we basically write it, number of rows times columns. And then basically it's like a little x, like times the number of columns, or just by the number of columns, all right? So, and this is really important because this is going to actually come into play, the dimensions, when we actually start to do, matrix multiplication and all that kind of stuff. So again, biggest thing from this is know that you write your rows and the numbers when you're doing your dimensions. The rows come first and the columns come second. So let's go and take a look at how to determine the dimensions of each of these here. So let's start with matrix A right here. We know that it is, so we look at this, we have, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Well, if you look here, you have one thing going up and down. Again, the rows are the things that go from left to right. So rows are basically left or right, and then columns, are up or down or up, or whatever. So if we take a look here at A has only one column, but it has 3 things inside of it. Now, even though there's only one thing in these rows, we would consider these to be 3 rows with 1 column. So we would write that, remember the rows are first, so we'd have 3 and then by 1. So the dimensions of A would be 3 by 1. Now if we go to B, well, we take a look here, and we're going to kind of color code some of these here. Go green with, try and go green with this here. So with B, let's look at the rows here. I go 1, 2, going left to right up there, 2 rows right there. And then when I go up and down, I got 1 and then 2, all right? So when you're looking at, so again, we counted 2 rows going left to right, and we counted 2 columns going up and down, which gives us a 2 by 2 matrix. All right. Now we look at D. Now if we look at C, C is a lot like A. However, it kind of looks like A, but basically A fell over. What we look at here is that, well, if you look here, oh, went too far. Excuse me. I'm gonna go red here. Well, if you look here, well, there's only really one row thing going left to right. So we know that we only have one row, and in that row we have 1, 2, 3 elements. So even though those elements, there's only one of those elements, we would consider those 3 columns. So that means that C, the dimension of that would be, again, we had 1 row, one thing going going left to right. It'd be a 1 by 3 matrix. Okay. Now when looking at example D, and again, if you need to color code these, I always recommend you guys doing that. Let's take a look at what goes left to right. So we got 1, 2, 3 things, 3 sets of numbers that go from left to right here. Then if we look at the number of columns we have, let me go with orange there. We got one thing on 1, 2, and then this is 3 right here, okay? So you got, and let me go back to red here. You got 1, 2, 3 things going left to right, sets of numbers going left to right. That gives us 3, all right? And then we had 3 other sets of things going from up and down, 3 by 3. So D would be a 3 by 3 matrix, okay? Now determining the dimensions of each matrix is really going to come into play for a little bit when we start adding these matrices, but especially when we start multiplying. And we will get to that in just a second here. So we'll go on to the next slide. So to add or subtract matrices, so let's just start adding and subtracting matrices. You just simply add or subtract the corresponding element. So, and honestly, it is as straightforward as that. All right, so we start with this first example up here. We have this element 3. We find its corresponding element in the other matrix, which would be negative 2. So we basically add 3 and negative 2 to get 1, and it would go in this top left spot right here, okay? The thing that you see with all these matrices, they are essentially the same dimensions, all right? They look the same, all right? They have to be the same dimensions in order for them to add or subtract. They have to be the exact same dimensions, just the exact same number of rows and exact same number of columns. If there is anything that's different, we cannot add those matrices. So let me do, too far again. Let me go red with the 6 and the negative 1. We would just add the 6 and the negative 1 to get ourselves 5. And actually, I'm going to go different colors, go green, go negative 4 and 5. We add those together, we get ourselves 1 again. And then go purple, because why not? 7, and then 3, we add those together to get 10, okay? And y'all, it's that straightforward, okay? Let's do another example here with addition with this. Start with the 2, go over to the 19. We're adding these matrices, so they're going to look. We're adding matrices of same dimensions, so they're going to look exactly like the matrix that we left off with. So we know that we're going to have 3 rows, 3 things going left to right, and then 2 things going up and down. So 3 rows and 3 rows and 2 columns, excuse me. And we do 2 basically plus a negative 19 to get negative 17. We go red here, and we go another red. Here we go 7. Corresponding element would be 4. 7 plus 4, just 11. Let me go green here. Then we go down here, negative 10 plus 11, just gets us 1. We go green again, 0 plus the negative 22. Well, that's just a negative 22. Blue, 6 and 20. 6 plus 20 just gets us 26. And then last but not least, purple again, 16 and 3. Negative 16 plus 3, that just gets us a negative 13 there, okay? Negative 13. So again, that's just adding, all right? Then just find your corresponding elements and then add them together. As simple as that. Now, when we get to subtraction, it's essentially the same thing, but just remember you're subtracting those numbers, all right? And again, we got two by 1 matrices. Both of these are 2 by 1. And so over here, I know that I'm going to put them in a 2 by 1 matrix. So basically something, just literally one thing here and then one thing here. Let's go 10. Corresponding element is 12. 10 minus 12 is a negative 2. And then going to a red here, we got a negative 5 minus a negative 24. Now again, this is where we got to keep track of our negatives here, all right? Got to keep track of our negatives here. I see a lot of people that keep messing up on this. Remember, negative minus a negative is eventually just a positive bit plus a positive, excuse me. So essentially it's just going to be 24 minus 5, or negative 5 plus 24, which is just 19. And that is our new matrix there. Okay. Going on to the bottom one here, essentially it's the same process. Again, we're just subtracting. Got negative 32. Corresponding element is going to be 45. Black real quick. I know this is going to be, I got 2 3 by 1 matrices here. So these are going to be the exact same. So they're going to look like a 3 by 1 matrix. So basically one thing here, and then one thing here. Something on the top, in the middle, and in the bottom there. All right. So essentially 32 minus 45, a negative 32 minus 45. Again, keep track of those negative numbers. Let's see, you should get yourself a negative, I believe, 77. Negative 32 minus 45. Yep, it should be a negative 77 for that one. Moving on to the next one, go with orange. 90 going into 52. You just do 90 minus 52, which I'm going to work it on my calculator here, which gets you 38. And then the last one, this one here, we got 38 minus a negative 32. Again, remember your negatives there. 38 minus a negative 32. It's basically just 38 plus 32. All right. So we do 38 plus 32. I get myself 70 down here. And that is my new matrix there. And hold up, this up here should be 19. Excuse me. This is a negative 5 minus the negative 24. All right. So again, that is adding or subtracting matrices. Again, fairly a straightforward thing. You just got to keep track when we're subtracting over here. With these examples, just make, and we're subtracting, I'll also underline subtracting. Make sure you're keeping track of your negative numbers. If you have to quite literally write out all these individual, like, write out the 10 minus 12, and then the negative 5 minus 20, minus the negative 24, which we did right there. Go ahead and do that, all right? Just make sure you're keeping track, or if you need to use different colors or anything, make sure you're keeping track of your negative numbers and when you're subtracting, all right? That's going to be that's a big issue that I foresee for a lot of people here. Now, the last thing that I'll do on this video is basically multiplying a matrix by a scalar. Basically, multiplying a matrix by a scalar is essentially taking a matrix and multiplying it by a number. A scalar is essentially just a fancy word for like a number, okay? And basically, it's again, fairly straightforward concept, starting with 5a over here. Then I'll go 5. We're going a, so I'm going to do with a matrix A right here. I'm going to basically rewrite 3, negative 5, 2, 4, 6, 3. Essentially, we just take this 5, multiply it to every single term in the matrix, basically kind of distributing it here. And we're not going to change the dimensions. This is we got 2 rows, 2 things going left and right, 3 columns, so it's a 2 by 3 matrix. It's going to remain a 2 by 3 matrix. Again, we're not changing the dimensions. Just multiply it out. You got 5 times 3, that gets you 15. 5 times a negative 5 is a negative. 5 times a negative 5 is a negative 25. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times this 6 right here is 30. And then 5 times 3 is 15 again. Okay, oh, excuse me. And that's a 15 there, that little dot in there is supposed to be a 15. 6b, again, same process, except we're using matrix B, so we're just going to literally take 6, multiply it by our matrix B, which is 7, 4, negative 2, and 9. So multiply those out. 6 times 7 there, still going to be remain a 2 by 2 matrix. This is a 2 by 2 matrix, still going to remain that. 6 times 7, that just gets us 42. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times a negative 2 is negative 18. And then 6 times this 9 right here is going to get you a 54. Because again, you're basically just taking this, distributing, okay? Now I'm going to pause the recording real quick and quickly work out example 7 there. All right, so I'm back. I just quickly erased the other examples and just kind of set up 2c. So again, we're using negative 2c, multiplying negative 2 by the matrix C. Again, take the negative 2, distribute it to every term inside of here. So I'm going to write that actually over here just to give myself some room. It's going to remain, this is a 2 by 3 matrix, so it's going to remain a 2 by 3 matrix. Start multiplying it out. Negative 2 times a negative 9 is a positive 18. Again, make sure you're keeping track of your negative numbers there. Negative 2 times 4 is a negative 8. Negative 2 times 10 is a negative 20. So that's a little outside there. Negative 2 times 1, well, that's just negative 2. Negative 2 times this 7 here is going to be a negative 14. And last but not least, negative 2 times that negative 4, well, it's going to be just a positive 8. All right? So remaining a 2 by 3 matrix, okay? So that's the end of this video. That is adding and subtracting matrices as well as multiplying them by scalars. The next video will go over multiplying matrices, not just multiplying by scalars, but multiplying matrices together, okay?